A lesson on Nurdles.
This is my grandmother. She's my favorite person in the world.
She takes care of me when my parents are at work.
She reads me books, she makes me food, and do you know what else?
My grandma's very good. She's been trying to save the water.
My grandmother has been trying to save the water for 30 years. I am only 11. My grandmother has been working for a long time.
Every week my grandma takes out a kayak and we go out into the water.
It's so beautiful. We have little nets with us. My grandma shows me how to dip them into the water.
We take the dripping nuts and scoop them out into little baggies. We get water dripping on us everywhere.
Then my grandmother rows us back to the shore and we carry all our nets and baggies back to the garage. We open every baggie and we count the noodles in it.
Do you like saying that word, nurdle? I do, but nurdles are bad.
Nurdles are little clear marbles of plastic. When fish eat them, they get sick and die. Why would anyone in their right mind ever dump nurdles in the water?
The big factory next door does it all the time.
So we are counting how many nurdles are in the water so we know how many nurdles the factory is dumping.
Then there is a really fun part. We make a map.
We write down the longitude and latitude for every place we scooped water and nurdles into bags.
And we put all the information into a computer.
And the computer shows us where we have the most nurdles. It's always close to the factory. My grandmother has maps like this from over 30 years, maps that shows nurdles.
And she had other maps that show how there's less shrimp and fish in the water.
And it is not just my grandmother. There's lots of other volunteers that care about the water too.
30 years ago, my grandmother and all her friends all went to the judge and said, "Look, this factory is dumping nurdles into our water. Do something."
But the judge said, "Sorry, there's no data or maps that prove what you're saying is true, so I can't do anything."
My grandmother was super mad.
But that's when she and her friends all started going out on the water in their kayaks and making the data and maps themselves. They decided that if they work together, they are powerful.
Now that it is 30 years later, my grandma and her friends have gone back to the judge. This time they have so many maps and so many numbers to show him.
The judge said, "Oh," and then he said the factory was very bad, and he said the factory has to pay a bunch of money and stop dumping nurdles.
They might have to pay $162 million, but the problem is that's not a lot of money for the company. They have billions of dollars. I'm not very good at math, but now I see why I need to understand numbers. I need to know if $162 million is a lot of money for a company that has over $1 billion.
So now I know what I need to do. I might be 11, but I am powerful like my grandmother. I am going to pay attention in math class so that I know how to use numbers to save the environment.
I'm going to pay attention in computer class so I can make maps on the computer.
I'm going to the library to read everything I can about water and pollution.
And in 7 years, I'm going to turn 18.
And do you know what the first thing I will do is?
I will vote, and I'm going to vote for people and judges who protect the environment.
And then one day I want to be a judge myself, and those factories with their nurdles had better watch out.